I'm Mel and I blog at lecoindemel.com. Today I'm going to be talking about general health and well-being. I'm 37 years old and I've got 4 children who are aged 3, 4, 6 and 8. So I'm pretty busy with them. I've also got a job. I work freelance as a photographer, recipe developer, writer, blogger, you name it. That's kind of the range of things that I do. And so yeah, I'm really busy. Most of my work tends to happen at night when everybody's asleep, and I really struggle to get up in the morning. Oh my gosh, I struggle so much. I can't stand mornings. I'm a night owl, I could work all night, but in the morning I really struggle. I tend to be fuzzy-headed a lot of the time as well. I get really tired, and I find that I struggle to concentrate. Other than that, I think I'm fairly healthy, but I walk a lot and I do a bit of yoga when I can. I eat pretty well most of the time, mostly homemade, and yeah, I think I'm quite healthy apart from being overly tired, but I just call it, my mummy sleep deprivation kind of thing. A few weeks ago, 7Seas, who are the #1 cod liver oil brand in the UK, contacted me asking me whether I wanted to take part in an experiment of theirs. So it was all about taking cod liver oil for supplements for 3 months and seeing if it improved my general health. These capsules are actually more than just cod liver oil. They're called Simply, so it's 7Seas, Simply Timeless. So it's got cod liver oil, but it's also got vitamin D. When I was in my 20s, I would take cod liver oil, 1 capsule every morning, as well as evening primrose oil every morning, just for my general health and well-being, really. And when I was pregnant, I would take pregnancy tablets every day. But I don't know, you just, things slip through the net when you have children and you're really busy. You don't think about yourself, you just, you think about these little people first and then you think about yourself, but actually you should think the other way around, because if you're well, then you can look after them better. Yeah, so I think this is going to be a nice way to look after myself a little bit better. Now, this little experiment is not a wishy-washy, ooh, take some tablets and tell us how you feel. Yeah, you will feel better after 3 months kind of thing. No, it's not like this. It's actually, it's got scientifical background behind it. So basically, before I started taking those little capsules, I received a kit, so an Omega-3 test kit, that's to measure the amount, my Omega-3 index basically. So that little kit arrived in the post. It was a tiny kit, had a little prick thing, so I just pricked one of my fingers, made sure I made the blood come through, and then I had to drop a couple of drops of blood onto kind of blotting paper. Wrapped it all back, sent it, waited for it to dry, wrapped it all back, sent it back. And my results were analysed, and I received my Omega-3 index. I've just received my results. Right. Now, a good index, Omega-3 index, would be 8 and above. That's really good. A cause for concern would be 4 or below. Now, this test, which was developed by Bill Lands, is often used to determine a person's level of health. I'm a bit ashamed to give my levels results. Right, my results are 2.5. The cause for concern is below level 4, yeah? Right, so my results were analysed by Professor Philip Calder. He's a professor of nutritional immunology within medicine at the University of Southampton. He specialises in omega-3 fatty acids, and he's reviewed my results and provided with comments. I'm going to give you the comments from Professor Philip Calder. Fatty acids have been measured in males' red blood cells. The omega-3 fatty acid content of red blood cells, the fatty acids in the membrane of the cells, is considered to be a good indicator of how much omega-3 are being eaten. The omega-3 of greatest interest are EPA and DHA. A higher intake of EPA and DHA, and so a greater content in red blood cells, is linked with better health, including heart health. Now, heart health means a lot to me because my dad died of a heart attack when he was 48. This is because the amount of EPA and DHA in red blood cells mirrors the amount of tissues, the amount in tissues like the heart. Researchers have defined the omega-3 index as the combined amount of EPA plus DHA in red blood cells, and suggest that this index can be used as an indicator of heart health, just like blood cholesterol or blood pressure might be used. An omega-3 index of 4 or below would be a cause for concern and indicates that male is not eating anywhere near enough EPA and DHA. It's true, it's true. I mean, I like salmon, which is, you know, good oily fish, really good oily fish. I love it, but it's so expensive. It's like steak, it's like fillet steak, you know, it's like a treat. So when I was working full time, we'd have, you know, I'd have a fillet of salmon every single week. But these days, you know, with 4 children and, you know, a job that is not as well paid as a full-time teaching job and a house to pay for, I tend to be quite fussy, so I want to buy the best quality of salmon. So I would end up, you know, spending maybe £7 or £8 for 2 fillets of salmon. There's 6 of us in the house, so I need 3 lots of 2 fillets. So we tend to buy it probably once a month at the moment. I know it's not enough, but yeah. So males should consider including more fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel in our diet. I love salmon, but mackerel and sardines, no way. Alternatively, she could consider using an omega-3 supplement that provides EPA and DHA, so I think that's going to be definitely the way forward for me. It would be interesting to see what will happen with male's omega-3 index if she adopts either of these strategies to increase her EPA and DHA intake. So I'm really, really glad I've had this test, and I'm really, really glad that, you know, I've started taking those, and I will be taking them for 3 months. So basically, they've got vitamin D, which is good for health, for muscles. It's good for bones as well, for immunity. EPA and DHA is good for the heart. It's good for vision as well. So DHA is good for vision, and DHA is good for brain. Okay, now these babies, like I said, contain vitamin D, EPA, DHA. They've got 35% fish oil concentrate, 18% cod liver oil, 17% fish oil, obviously the shell of the capsule, vitamin E, vitamin D. So yeah, it's all good stuff for you, really. So yeah, now if you want to grab some of them, they come in a 60 capsules tubs. You can get them from Boots. They're pretty good because they do those 3 for 2 offers on vitamins and supplements. Now, after I've taken those for 3 months, I will get the the omega-3 test again, to check my omega-3 index, and hopefully I'll be able to tell you that my index has gone over 2.5, over 4. I'm just really hoping over 8 as well. In an ideal world, I would eat salmon twice a week, but in my world, with my restricted budget, to be honest, yeah, okay, I'll try and eat a bit more, but it will cost me more. It's just, taking little supplements is just a nice, natural way of substituting the, the oils that I don't get in oily fish, really. So yeah, I'm really, really glad I've been given this opportunity to try them and see if it improves my general health, and if my body starts showing, my true age, like that I'm feeling. Hopefully next time I talk about omega-3, my index will be a lot higher than 2.5. My goodness, this is bad, isn't it? This is really bad. Really bad. Gosh. So yeah, hopefully next time, after taking my little supplements, my omega-3 levels will be higher, and hopefully I'll be able to see a difference, in myself, in the way my brain feels a bit mushy, all the time. If you enjoyed this video, just make sure you give us a little like, a little subscribe, maybe give us a comment, and there you go. And if you know your omega-3 index, just let me know so I can compare. If you're lower than me, I feel for you. I hope you're all higher than me, and I hope I'm much, 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 much higher next time I take the test. Thank you, bye bye.